From Dragon and Line Podcast, I'm the host with the most, one more Sanchez, and joining me now live on Zoom is the funny, very talented comedian, Christopher Ray. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Is it okay I call you Jess or Jesse?
You can call me anything, just don't call me an asshole and we're good. Now you call me Jess. I'm so excited to have you on the show. Before we get into some questions, can you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself?
Okay, this is an amazing question. My name is Christopher Ray. I'm an aspiring comedian, I guess, along with motivational speaking. And I don't know what to say about me. No one really asked us in the future because this is like crucial work.
With motivation, speaking of motivation and speaking, do you use humor whenever you're doing this, whenever you're talking about?
The motivational speaking is basically getting into the past, overcoming obstacles and hardships. You would have to find some humor in the humility of it. It's the process of overcoming the obstacles with some humor in it. It's kind of hard doing motivational comedy.
And how do you switch that? How do you make that switch from being a comedian to, and then changing the hat to the motivational speaker part?
It was a trap. It's an acronym. It stands for Transition, Recidivism, Action Plan. That's something I learned from a different school, and that helped keep me figure out the A's and the B's and the C's to a plan. If there was going to be a plan, like fail safes, if this was going to happen, figure out exactly how you're gonna be tactical with your goals.
Got you. And then what process do you use whenever you develop your stand-up material? What inspires you?
A lot of it is some personal, but it's hard to speak about personal when I was performing for a good time as nobody and I wasn't really giving my name because of the bank robberies. So that one was hard to do and come out. Like, thank you for letting me have this trial coming out story of me being a bank robber on a podcast.
No worries. Do you want to talk about it a little bit more?
It's something that happened way back in the day. That was 2012. That's when the world ended. 2012, right? That's comedy stuff.
According to the Aztecs.
I can't say. You wouldn't know if the world ended. I have a clip of what you just said there about the Aztecs. I got heckled by a guy that says, "Yeah, I'm an Inca."
No.
And I had to correct it straight to him and be like, "Oh wait, he's an Inca." Because really, it's 2012 and all that stuff. Yeah. This is some good stuff to talk about. But meanwhile, you prefer me talking boom and all that stuff. Like, come on, like sex, real shit. Not real shit, but
yeah, it's hard. Now, what I was going to mention is whenever you do your open mics and you were given that opportunity, how long have you been in the game?
I got to start that open mic business back in 2019. Yeah, 2019, I believe. And way back, but that doesn't really count for consistency. So 2019, it was interesting. Before going to the open mic, I was blessed with some golden tickets. And this was another comedian in the community here, and I was able to. I was in a movie where he was in as well. So got tickets from him to see this comedy show, and they had some hilarious people in Toronto: Ernie, Vincent, Eric Andrews, Keisha Brownie, and that was Lars Classington. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. Those were the comedians there, and I got blessed to see these amazing people there, and that's where more questions were leading into it. I really want to get into this. How do I approach this? A lot of comedians are not friendly. He's a good guy, but a lot of comedians are not so friendly when it comes to the open mic scenes. This is being honest. It's all competition. It's all people trying to get the light on. Sometimes you're lucky when you go there, you get on stage, and sometimes you don't. If you don't, just keep trying. There's not much in the scene before. There's different rooms, and then it's hard as a newbie or a person that's just new. How do you really know what rooms to go to? In that sense, I don't mean to now be like, now this is the crazy culture, because I just found out I'm brown. I found this one out. I'm brown. Like, someone told me you're brown. And I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know this one. No, it's shocking. I'm finding new things out.
I believe you because I filled out some application. No, they told me I was white. And then I was like, no, I'm not. So then I put Pacific Islander. And then I went to the Hispanic side. I'm like, I ain't white. The only thing that white's my ass because it don't hit the sun. But that's crazy. How you going to label me?
Can you imagine? This conversation would be parallels because in Canada, they don't know. And then in the States, it's different. It's both the same brown, but it's weird. It's different. It's just people. I don't know. I don't like people these days. They're getting weird.
You know, sidebar, I went to a small town out in Toronto called Burlington. I don't know if you're familiar with it, really close to.
Familiar, but it's predominantly white.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I went out there and it was just another world for me, man. I was like, what the hell? They were very into the hockey, man. I was there for 6 months. So they love the Maple Leafs, and I'm from Texas, so I was just like, all right, hockey's not a sport down here.
Like, how you guys are better than Toronto, so I can't even ask like questions like, you guys have ice there, it's like hot there, we have like snow, like you guys are doing better than
It was, but not too long ago we had that powerful winter storm that got us big time, brother. In Texas, we didn't know what to do. It was another world.
like we have snow happening right here right now. Horrible, I don't know, April. It's great.
Switching back, whenever you were talking about the open mic earlier, how much time? What's the average time do you get to start off with?
But usually it's about 5 minutes. Some you get 10, some 15, depending on locations and then also where it is. So some bars, yes, you get some time, and sometimes you get more if you're lucky. I was lucky to be, I got gifted extra time. Yeah, it was a lot of time. I didn't know the person that had my phone had died, and I was hoping to get on another set later on that night because they had 2 open mics that night. So I was hoping to get on the other one. And this is really fucked up. I actually swore that was my first word, and I'm not apologizing for that one. It slipped. The later evening open mic, I got actually to write my name down on the list. First time I wasn't able to write down my name, so I actually got on the list. I was number 23. I was sitting down at the bar, all happy, went for a walking meditation. Oh, jolly. Oh, yes, I'm going to do 2 shows. It's going to be killer, this and that. I already did the first one, which was great. And the second one, I don't know how I'm going to do. It's doing this walking meditation, and I hear music playing. And I'm like, where is this music coming from? It's great music. I look through this window. It's the Drake Hotel. And I'm like, what? How am I going to get in this place? I really wanted to get in. I had these horrible visions of trying to get into this place. I tried this horrible thing where you just walk in and then you're like, hey, I'm going to go in, but you need to be on the guest list. And they said, are you on the guest list? And I said, yeah. And they said, what's your name? And now this threw me off guard. Like, what name would be on the guest list? I told them, can you see if there's Racy on it by chance? Just looking through the list. They don't see anything. It's really busy. It's really busy. They hand the list to another person. And they said, what's your name again? I'm like, can you try Racy 8? And they're just skimming through. Oh, yeah, I see you here. 1 second. Remember, I had like different eyes, right? So this is all fucked up. They probably thought I was like involved with something in there. They put a wristband on. It was really late. It was about, what was it, around just before 11. So I had to run back to the other place. And I pretty much gave up that spot to someone else so I could go in that establishment to eat sushi. That was all you can eat, but it was finished because it was late at night. And I had all you can drink orange juice. It's open bar. I chose to have orange juice.
Oh,
and
man.
Funny thing is, I saw a dude there and it looked like someone I knew, but I ignored them because I don't like that guy. The guy was like my friend. I'm not too much of a fan. I can't say that anymore. He's cool. But we grew up. But this guy came up to me and he's like, hey, we had this conversation. He's like, you know what? No, I don't really know. And he told me his name and he told me he was in a movie. I'm like, what movie? I'm like, there's no way you're in that movie. He's like, yeah. The dude was Sung Kang from Fast and Furious. We made a little video, this and that. It was a good night. He's a nice dude. It happened. I can't believe it. I have a video. Yeah, I have to do these things now where it's you won't believe it happened, but it happened.
Hey, sometimes you just got to post it on social media to believe it nowadays. You mentioned you do meditation. Do you have any superstitions or any rituals before you get on stage?
Oh, wow. Okay, can you give me the soup?
Campbell soup?
The soup joke that I do that I was doing, and I retired it for a bit. Good rap and bad rap from it. I learned this in school. It was my business card that I was using for the longest time. It's this right here. So I could do the quick skit and then I'll tell you the ritual. It goes like this. You were going to enjoy a romantic evening for 2 when the candles set off fire alarm. Life's not perfect, but your snack, Grace's spicy cock soup. Rich, creamy flavor and just 75 calories a cup. And this used to be my business card. I'll tell you one of the worst things after about my business card, if anything, where it landed me.
Now, my wife is Filipina, so when we first started dating, it's like a dessert. And keep in mind, I'm Mexican, so she said, "Hey, do you want some puto?" And I looked at her, I go, "Nah, I'm gonna take a hard pass on that." And she showed me the box. It says puto, and I was like, "Oh." Wait, hold on. Wait. But I was just thrown off. Yeah, man. With the world being so sensitive with everything politically correct, is it difficult for you to make jokes now, or do you have to really watch what you say?
I find you have to be tactical in it. For myself, I won this thing called Bompton's Baddest, so I have a good thing with failing. I should be canceled. I thought our first thing was called Canceled Racy. Christopher Ray. Cancel Christopher Ray. I thought that was the name of it. but I didn't know you meant that it was.
Oh shit!
That's what I thought. I was advertising it as called.
Is-
I bombed so many times and this and that. I didn't know it was.
What do you tell someone that is interested in an open mic? What would be some words for them that are just getting started in the business?
Your first time, have fun. Just have fun with it. Just be yourself. Literally, just be yourself. Don't put up a front. Just go up, enjoy yourself, and just do it to enjoy. If you want to make it something where you pursue it, where then just, there'll be good times and bad times. It's just life. But this one there is it's a big one there. Because you're pretty much going up into fail all the time. But you're no matter what, you're going into a failed set. Not like that. Like you're gonna do great. It's just that you might not get laughs there. You might not. Everything's a learning experience from it. Learn from everything. The cues from people where you're having laughs from that section, or hey, you didn't get something there, so you know what to say in the future and what not to say. There's some things you can't say and some things you can. I don't want to get involved in things you can't say because you can say anything you really want to say.
Very well said. Chris, before I let you go, I'm going to put you on the spot. Quick question, quick answers, okay?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right. If you weren't a comedian, what job would you be doing?
It'd be acting or motivational speaking. It'd be creating a better tomorrow. That's what my aim and goal is. It's a horrible goal.
Hey, no, if it's through laughter or through someone reaching out, either one. See, you covering all angles there. What's your most memorable moment in your career so far?
I'm gonna tell you something. It ties in with meditation. It's no joke, and I've been making jokes about it a bit. Not in that sense. Not bad. It's just I already told you about the time I spent in somewhere else. I got to do meditation in there. It was very difficult to do that stuff, especially when you have to go up to a group of your peers, the board, and tell them this mumbo jumbo that you're using meditation to help with this and that. And it's like meditation, you can't say meditation will help with this, assistant things, even though there's results. It's just dumbfounding for some to hear that something can actually help someone that's not really something that they may know of. And it's just bringing awareness about it. So going back to the future about the time there where the highlight of the career part is I went to a charity event. It was the Darrow Foundation. It was a gala event. It was an amazing night. It felt like a funeral. I only say that because it was a celebration. There were so many people there, and there was a person that was accepting an award. His name is Julian Lutz, Director X, and I handed him my business card. I was giving everybody this business card, and I didn't realize because I don't think you imagine just doing this call. I thought I had microphone issues, but meanwhile, my headphones were plugged in and they weren't in my ear. So you matter how slow I have, giving him cock soup. So he didn't take it well, but before the conversation, everything was going well. Meditation, everything. No, for real good talks. Real, like, guy has a mind different. And the same thing here, like, who are you? I'm a comedian, and this is my business card. I just jumped into my business card just in case he doesn't say anything. At least you have my name and number. It doesn't work like that. He was really upset, but he spoke to me after and really calm, and he practices what he speaks, like mindfulness. Like he was breathing in and breathing out, even though you don't want to speak to the person at that time because you're upset. He let me know what he was upset about and how to deal with it in the future. Don't approach some people where you may not be more aware. You imagine I was a kid in that situation, and not a kid, but a grown kid in a different situation where I was saying to like family, like, I'm going to probably see this guy. A lot of people tell me, you're not going to ever see this guy. When are you going to see this guy? No, for real. When am I going to see Director X? Like, me? How am I going to see this? No, it's not going to happen. And then I was supposed to see Lennox Lewis and get him to say, Mama say knock you out on a video as a bet. But I got his wife, and she can't say that on video. I'm going to die. Down there, right?
Yeah, they do. They don't play around. Hey, if given the opportunity, if you could record your comedy special, where would you want to record it?
I would like to do it in a big place. To be real, I'd probably like to do it at the Elmo. This is a place in Toronto. I don't mean to say it on this one. I met the owner of that place. He was a dragon, or he was a dragon on the dragon side. Michael, I can't pronounce his last name. But I met him when I was on parole, and I broke curfew. So I almost went to jail because of that guy. Because it was a great time. I didn't know who he was. And he said who he was, and I'm like, I don't believe it. Not like that. In my mind, I'm like, why are you here? I didn't understand that was. So he's legitimate. All like it was the person. It was a great time, and I got to meet him again back in October, just before the lockdown. A great gentleman there, and a great establishment. It's the Neon Lights. If you don't know about it, check it out. It's an amazing place. Got to see Ron White there.
Oh damn! Was he drunk? Was he drinking orange juice?
It's like a chicken on stage. On the top of watching this, and like, if I was deaf, it looks like a chicken is moving on stage. He's great.
Hey, that would have been a good advertisement for your cards. He was doing the movement.
Meditation video, getting it down. I went to the interview after. Yeah, it's wild going through all this stuff.
Was there anything that I didn't ask quickly that maybe you wanted your listeners to know?
Just be yourself. Besides, be yourself. Don't be afraid. That's the worst one. Just don't be afraid. I was afraid. It's messed up. I don't really know what to say.
That's all good, brother. How can our listeners or viewers, how can they connect with you?
They can find me on Instagram at RayC8. My first time I had anal sex, this is a while ago. Yeah, she brought it up. Like we were doing it, and she said the magic words. You could put it in my bum. Do you want it? Who says that? No, like usually the guy, and then they say no, but she's put it in my bum. So she turns around and there's the doggy. So start doing the doggy. So I'm like, she's doing something nice. I'm gonna maximize her experience. I'm gonna reach her and rub her nose. So as I start rubbing her nose, I realized that no, I was in her vagina. She lied to me. I could come inside her. Who says that too? Who says that? This is wild times, man. Just stay away from it.
No respect.
Wednesday, April 28th. I'm going to be on Connect the Six. It's an Instagram program. It supports and educates and advocates for men, women, and youth that have been affected by the criminal justice system. So I'll be speaking there on Wednesday, and I'm really excited, and I don't really know what to expect. That's a true coming out story. That's something I really wanted to speak about, and they're giving me the opportunity to speak about my experiences as an ex-felon, and thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Is it virtual for everyone?
In Texas, when they do that thing, when the stars are bright, something.
The stars at night are big and bright?
Yeah. And then you're supposed to do that clap, clap, right?
Texas? Hell no, that was just Pee Wee Herman, man. Big Top Pee Wee made us look bad in that movie.
Man, I thought that was, oh man, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I enjoyed the laugh, man. We'll talk soon.
And last one, I see that you had something about artists supporting artists or local clothing or local businesses.
Local anything, man.
The jersey right now, or the suit I'm wearing right now, is by Grand Slammers. It's a Toronto-based clothing company. It's called Grand Slammers. So you can check them out on Instagram. Amazing clothing. And yeah.
Oh, damn. They got your name and everything? Christopher Ray. All right. Damn, that's nice.
This one here for me. And you imagine I had a show that was supposed to be on the weekend and it got canceled. And it was a paid show, and I was looking so forward to it because like it's paid and it's comedy. Like who's gonna pay me? Like for real? And they're gonna pay me to tell jokes on stage. So that was like my biggest moment. Like I was gonna wear this on stage, and I was supposed to get a bootleg, a black caviar shirt, and they were supposed to be like, haha. But it got canceled.
I'm gonna have to check them out. I just came out with a new logo. I'm gonna have to get my logo on the back now, man. I'm jealous.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Grand Slammers. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you in the near future. Thank you to Soup, to Mom, and yeah, thank you to if there's any fans, and thank you family and friends.
You have a good night, man. You take care.